Okay, as I said in my other video yesterday, going on with this interesting little find of this Finnish Civil Guard M28 rifle, I decided to make a series of videos instead of just like showing this gun, kind of explain things in detail about the Finnish use of the M91 rifle and its own development of it, kind of in a broad sense. And instead of making one extremely long video, because I found from my analytics that really people don't, if you make a video that's very long, it doesn't get a lot of watch time. So I'm going to break down each little specific point, kind of generalization, and then break down each little point into a series of short videos just discussing like the stocks, the barrels, the sights. That way there'll be more videos, they'll be short to the point, try not to get sidetracked, and that's the format we're going to do. So there's going to be a bunch of them. I'm going to work on it for the next few days here. Now, resources that I'm using. Okay, we're going to use the widescreen TV here, and the reason is I don't have the time or the funds to collect enough examples of, say, like the I think it's 27 or 24. There's an M24 version, an M27, then the Civil Guard, which was a separate military entity or military unit. This is their version, which is a variation of the M27. And then so forth as they went on. And we'll cover that. We'll also cover the deficiencies in the design of the original 91 Mosin and why the Finns kind of upgraded it. And they kind of went farther than the Russians did and made somewhat of a better rifle out of the system. We'll also cover those points. Then there's again the question of ammunition and sights, because we're going to find there's all kinds of weird variations in that. And I had a big debate this last summer about the sights on the old M91s, and a question has come up, and I think I found some information that may answer some of that. I'm not quite sure. So we're going to use the resources online, and of course when I use the TV screen here, it'll have the different variations in the key points, photographs, to help explain without me having to accumulate the guns. And you might want to go check this out. It's www.mosinnagant.net. Okay, it's pretty up to date. I guess a lot of guys that are collectors and that. There's a lot of articles and pages in there, and it answers a lot of questions. Very detailed, much better. We're also going to reference our book here, the Mosin Nagant Rifle by Lapin, 5th edition revised. Okay, I used to recommend these because a lot of times a lot of the websites and online information will be posted and left for years without ever being updated or anything, and getting a revised version of a book might be a better source, but we'll cover this also in there. I know a lot of you've had this book. I've recommended it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to tie in cards into the videos as to cascade along. So if you see a card, it'll tie you into the series. I'll hook them all up. And that's what we're going to do. So after this video, we're going to do a brief history of Finland, how the country came about post World War I, the political circumstances in that, and the reason this is important is a lot of the situation politically, economically, decides what these countries adopt for use with their military, or how they came about getting or acquiring this hardware, this military hardware to use for their country. That does play a significant factor in the development of the guns, and that will be brought up on further points and issues on the Mosin Nagant system. So that's my intro to this, and Then I'm gonna go, like I said, the next one is gonna be a short video on the history and the political climate that was in Finland when they started to adopt these guns, and how it kind of affected the decisions they made in the development of this rifle system. Okay, thank you and stay tuned.